Your divine masculine finally came closer. He texted you. He he opened up. Maybe you even started dating again, and you thought that maybe separation was finally over, right? All of that healing finally paid off. And then suddenly, oops, he pulls away again. And now you're wondering what you did wrong.
So, we are Lawrence and Alexandra, Twin Flames in Harmonious Union, and Master Certified Ascension Coaches with Twin Flame Universe.
First of all, you are not alone. I think a lot of people go through this exact pattern on their twin flame journey. Their twin flame, divine masculine, was like nowhere to be seen. Then people started healing, and the divine masculine reconnected with herself, and things were good, and she was getting peaceful. And then the divine masculine came close, and it was getting in a good space. And, things were good. And then suddenly something happened, they went away. And this is a very common occurrence for people just starting on a twin flame journey, or just what we call maybe like young unions, when you do not know exactly how the dynamic works and you do not know what's happening. So, what is happening here is just another layer of healing. We have to remember that the twin flame journey and the twin flame relationship is a spiritual relationship first. That means that your twin flame is here to awaken you. It's here to help you go deeper into love, loving yourself, becoming more aligned with your divine self, your best version of self, however you want to call it, with the divine, with the universe, with God. So that would be the primary function of the relationship. Now, does that mean that physical union is not possible and it shouldn't be a goal for you? No, absolutely not. But it's part of the cycle that you experience with your twin flame. Even between us, it happens. So the cycle is this: we have a good time together, we are peaceful, we are in love, everything is nice. And then an upset comes up, a trigger, an anxiety, a fear, a something that is not love. And this is where what usually differentiates people that are in union and are capable to have like union for a long time versus people that fall into separation is what happens after the trigger. Because in truth, separation is that trigger is not getting resolved, or is not getting resolved quick enough. So therefore, that trigger will continue to create like a gaping wound in your energy, into your love, until there's like, again, fear, doubt, things, whatever is coming up. And that will just kind of grow until it is healed. When that is healed, we move through our own things, and then we are back in a happy space and we continue living our lives. So again, the cycle is you're good, everything is happy, you're in love, a trigger comes up, and then you are in an upset. And then you need to heal the upset. After you heal the upset, you get back into peace. And the cycle keeps repeating itself. The only gap is here that you can make from when the trigger appears to when the healing happens. This is the only thing that you are in control of. And the sooner that you know to do the mirror exercise and to get back into peace, you do not need to have prolonged separation from your twin flame.
Yeah, exactly, because that's where the biggest piece matters, as Alexandra said, is that if you're able to move fast enough through that piece in that moment, without also trying to shoot bullets back at your twin flame, figuratively speaking, because I see this. So, for example, when let's say I get upset because Alexandra did something, she doesn't even realize that she upset me, but I got upset. When I allow myself, like I have two choices in that moment. One, I can be okay, let me go inside and let me heal, let me see. I'm like, oof, this hurts. I want to tell her stuff, but I'm upset. I know I'm upset, so I'm not gonna say stuff. I'm gonna heal it. And then I love myself and I feel better, and then I come without trying to keep that or hold that hurt in me anymore. And I come from peace, and then relationship continues beautifully. Or you can do the following, which I see a lot of people do. It's like you get that and like, you hurt me. Why did you do that? Why did you say that? And that's usually the unhealthy version, because that's when instead of you looking, oh, something within me got hurt, and they're like, I need to heal that. They're like projecting it back on the twin flame because the twin
Yeah.
flame was the catalyst to that upset.
Yeah. So you believe like there has to be a problem with your twin flame because you are experiencing some sort of hurt.
Mm.
But the key thing is like nobody can make you feel hurt in that way. And the moment that you take responsibility and choose to heal within yourself, you have a lot of power, right? So this is what happens usually that we see with people is that their divine masculine comes closer, which is amazing because healing has been done. That peace was there. And only in that peace and love you can have union and your twin flame can be together. And then just naturally the cycle continues. And at some point, like the next trigger will come up. And if you and your twin flame are not in a space to maturely handle these triggers, separations will come up again. There will be an emotional overwhelm, there will be fears coming up, there will be doubts. And again, if they're not dealt with fast or quickly, you might need to pull away from one another and take space. Now, sometimes that's like necessary because being together and having a major fight and you kind of would what Lao said, like throwing daggers at one another because you definitely believe like they are the wrong one because whatever, then yes, it can be challenging and it can be toxic. It can get very, very ugly because we have also experienced very ugly fights in our relationship. But the more that we have learned how to heal, how to be emotionally stable, how to like come together and discuss about problems from more like okay, let's problem solve these rather than blame each other.
Yeah, let's not blame each other. Let's see. So this is my experience. This is your experience. Let's not take it personally.
Yeah.
I think like the key element is not taking personally whatever your twin flame might do.
Yeah, exactly. And moving through your emotions about it, right? So, and again, this doesn't mean that you tolerate bad behavior or abuse from your twin flame. This is not what we're talking about here, right? But it's really, really important because the moment that your twin flame can come close and you feel that good feelings with them, right? And that, awesome energy that comes with your union, you might want to like grab onto it, you might want to like get attached to it, you might feel that, oh, if like something happens right now, I'm not going to have my twin flame again. And that also again triggers a fear that needs to be moved through. And if you don't move through that, again, there's space needed in your relationship so you can move through that in a peaceful way and not create more emotional distress, right, in your relationship. So the truth is that the closer you are with your twin flame, the more like you will get like into these spaces where you will get triggered, or you will have the opportunity, right? And this is again part of the twin flame dynamic. And it's really important to realize because I think like we're looking at the situation and I know like right now it sounds really bad. Like, why would you want this? Why would you want like a relationship that constantly seems to not do anything but trigger you when you have to deal with all of these painful emotions? What's up? Well, yeah, you do. But that when you do, your love only grows with your twin flame and your relationship only improves and your relationship only becomes better and your love only grows. So that's like the way to properly have like a relationship with your twin flame. Like you need to acknowledge both sides of the coin. And I think a lot of people acknowledge one side of the coin where it's like, yeah, the love is amazing. You will not have this love with anybody else. And that's true because this is how you were designed to be with your twin flame. They are meant to be that person for you. And that's absolutely true. But it comes with this other side where they will bring up a lot of stuff that you need to work through. And that's in a way the cost of being with your twin flame. It's moving through this ascension journey and ascension process together. Guess what? You will probably experience the very same patterns in other relationships too. Not with the same intensity, yes, but the problems will still exist. So you don't, you cannot get away from your lessons. There's no way. So what we recommend is like, yeah, allow yourself to choose your twin flame, move to this, because there is a process. We teach the mirror exercise, and that is the process that you can learn to heal fast through these triggers and have a twin flame union that finally lasts, and you can have your divine masculine come and stay this time, and you can partner. So yep, that's it. And I think like a lot of people view this thing with the twin flame coming closer and going away as this kind of very mystically weird experience that you have no explanation for. Each and every time we sit with a person and we dissect, and look carefully at their situation, we see that this is not just some mystical experience. This is exactly what happens. They come closer, an upset gets triggered, or some sort of wound, and that wound is still there, even like after months of whatever, how many separation it's been. We talk with the person, that wound is still there, and usually we help them heal it with the mirror exercise, and that's when they can finally move forward. And that's like the real progress can begin into your twin flame journey. And you take this fantastical supernatural experience and you turn it into a formula that works. This is what we have, this is what the teachings of union is, and this is what we help people with in coaching. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
we usually help them through that, and it's a process of learning that. You don't have to worry about getting it perfectly from the beginning. Don't worry about how many times you go through this, or like there's not a time that done it. I've done it completely. I cannot be back with my twin flame. There's always a way to come together as you keep healing, and that's what we usually help everybody learn, to have a lot of compassion with themselves and have a lot of like understanding that this is a process. This is, again, it's not going to happen overnight. Some people might take, I don't know, 5 months. Some people might take a year. Some people might take 5 years.
Yeah. Yep. So think about last time this happened between you and your twin flame, and I want you to answer this question honestly from yourself. What did you get afraid of? Maybe it happened right when they left, or it happened before even they left. You had a fear. You had like some anxiety come up. Be honest with yourself, because that is what creates separation between you and your twin flame. And that is why your divine masculine pulled away. So sit with it, think about it, really be honest. And then you can actually heal through that wound. You can actually move forward from this. But the only thing you need to do is just be honest and feel through that and heal through that. And it can be challenging, I know. If you need help,
we're here for you.
We're here. Check our description to schedule a meeting with us or coaching with us. But otherwise, this was it. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Bye.